Presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 55 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 70 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Toward the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of 2 there, second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Able to power through. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
first and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is really throwing around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. They'll look to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players spotlight. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route? Four verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Second and 9 now from the 21. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to let it go again. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2nd and 3. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things are
in trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. From there, let's head over to Highmark Stadium to check out what's happening with the Bills. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. De'Ami Brown, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting LA Rams. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5 and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. But the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff looking right.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Hands it off out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand.
I like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that nearly the put that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Going to throw right side here, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Nash. And to give this time to the tailback. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
from the gun. He'll hand this off. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Falcons send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
On that last carry, he just passed LaDainian Tomlinson, Charles, on the all-time NFL rushing list.
And congratulations to him, and I'm sure LT would probably applaud him as well. But he'd also ask him, as well as you carried it, could you throw it like I could too?
LT, though, finished his career at 13,684, and now he's soaring past that. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there, how about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. He finds his man complete. It's Nash. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds Hopkins complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now they try the right side here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Let's go. Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They're going to run this with a tight end, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
And now here comes Kansas City. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
He finds his man, complete. That's short. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Mahomes now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 57 yards. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. A try here for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead.
This one's now 28-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Falcons ready to take over.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. He's got it. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now a handoff here to his running back. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. To throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 10, 37 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Kansas City, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the